So why do you care so much about other individuals living their lives? What is affecting you? Do you have something up your ass or something?
Well, I could throw that right back at you. Why do you care so much about what I have to say?
Because you're affecting other people's rights. You're taking away people's choices. You are hurting people.
Read the Constitution.
What rights am I taking away exactly?
You're trying to take away gender-affirming care for individuals. You are affecting abortion rights. You are hurting people.
Got it. So what is a woman?
What is a woman? It's what people identify as. It's a gender. Sex is different. Sex is different from gender.
So can anyone be a woman?
Yes.
At what point do you know you're looking at a woman?
Doesn't matter when you are looking at a woman. You don't have to look at a woman and immediately tell. Can you tell looking at a baby what gender they are without looking at their privates? Tell me that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What about that baby is different?
But hold on. By the time they're 6 months old, you can actually tell a young boy tends to gravitate more towards balls and remotes.
That's because of gender affirming. That is convincing individuals at a young age. You are socializing, putting them in situations where they want certain different things. Let's look at... So, let's say you were a little kid and your parents taught you to like pink. Let's actually look back in time. Pink actually used to be a male color instead of blue.
In what world?
Actually, in the 1920s.
So you say that I'm here to take people's rights away.
Yes.
That is your main contention.
Yes, because you are affecting the LGBT. You are affecting women's rights. If I was pregnant, oh wait, let's go back to this. Abortion is anything. If I had a cyst on my uterus, that would be considered an abortion.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Look at, okay, anything that is evolving the uterus.
Well, no, in order for it to be an abortion, it must be a human life.
No. Anything that is
Yes.
evolving the uterus and you have to get rid of it, it is considered abortion.
No, that's
Yes,
not how
it is.
that's not how it works. So again, you say I'm here to take rights away.
Yes.
Do you agree life is a right?
I feel like if it's a clump of cells, then it's not alive.
No, but let's go back. Do you think every human being has a right to life?
Depending on how many weeks, but let's
hold on. Who's trying to take rights away? I want to protect the rights of all human beings. You call them a clump of cells. Who's trying to take rights away exactly?
So when is it a human being in your mind? When is it a human being in your mind?
You chose to have sex.
Well, it's not even on my mind. Human development objectively begins at conception.
At conception. So even if I had a miscarriage, what are you going to say about that?
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy?
Yes.
Okay, then let's talk about, like, what if it's affecting the woman or anybody who is pregnant in this situation? What if they're going to die and they have to get an abortion? That's the only way they're going to live. Are they going to be f***ed over?
Well, hold on. Just so we're clear, that's only a couple thousand cases a year.
No.
And so, yes, it is.
Have you seen how many individuals have already died because they haven't been able to get abortion care?
Abortion in the life of the mother can be put aside as something that needs to be considered. However, it's not always necessary. But let's talk about the main thing, because there's over 1.5 million abortions every single year that don't involve rape, incest, or life of the mother. 1.5 million.
Yes,
but let's just ask you a very simple question.
They all chose to have sex.
When does human life begin?
When does human life, in my personal opinion, is going to start around the second trimester, a little more farther along. But let's get to this. Most individuals that are having abortions are going to be mothers that cannot afford it. They usually have already 2 to 3 kids and a lot of time.
So it's acceptable to be able to murder your young if all of a sudden you don't have the money to support them. That you can murder your offspring if you're poor.
So in the first couple weeks, even though it's still not fully developed, doesn't even have a heartbeat, doesn't even have brain
Development
activity.
does not equal dignity. A human being is a human being regardless of the process of development that it is in. Period. And so who's trying to take rights away? I actually want more human beings to be born.
Then why are you affecting LGBT?
Well, hold on. We're talking. Let me finish on abortion. I want more human lives, which, by the way, hilariously, would be more women would be born, because the right to life is paramount. You're trying to take rights away because you're okay with the massacring of little humans. Back to LGBT.
It's been going throughout history, though. Abortion has been a big thing for a long time, and it affects
Yeah,
people,
so-
and it hurts people.
So as murder and slavery and child sacrifice, there's
that
been
is completely different.
no. It is
You
murder.
are saying slavery pertains to abortion?
Okay, so
Oh, you're full.
let me ask you a question then. Define what is murder.
What is murder? Are you going to be talking about first-degree murder, like homicide, like going and
Sure.
having the intent to kill?
Kill a person.
Having the intent to kill somebody, but I'm
hold on.
just saying
So,
a
a
clump
human
of
being,
cells
right?
is, yeah, but a clump of cells
Well,
is different.
hold on, time out. If it's a clump of cells, what species is it?
What species is
Yes.
it?
What species?
It depends. Whatever's going to be pregnant, whatever you're
No,
trying
species.
to abort.
Is it a Homo sapien, a crocodile, or a raccoon? Which one is it? What
We're Homo
species is it?
sapiens in
Oh,
this
wait,
sense,
so
I'm
if it's a
hoping.
human clump of cells, then it's a human life deserving of human rights. And the first right is life. And so you could call it a clump of cells, which is dehumanizing language, but I'll go back to this. Ironically, you're the one that is actually intruding on human rights. We're the one protecting human rights.
But you're
which
trying to
again,
get rid of the option so people can have rights to their own body.
Oh, hold
if
on.
someone does
Time
not want
out.
to have a child, they should not be forced to.
If the-
Oh, wait. If we're going to be doing this, then what are you going to do about the children in the systems that have been being assaulted, that are being hurted? Put more money into the system so people can actually get adopted, or actually other things like that.
Okay, again, none of that is relevant.
No,
to
because
the,
you want more
no.
babies to be born. What about people that can't afford
Again,
them? They have to go into systems.
How many people are on the adoption waiting list?
Yeah, want to know how many kids actually get adopted?
2
How many
million
kids
people-
that go
2
into
million
systems
people
or are being
are on the
fostered, that
adoption
get
waiting
assaulted,
list.
that get hurt? Are you going to be helping those
Two-
children that get
well,
f***ed over by
okay.
this system?
So there are 2 million people on the adoption waiting list. There are 1 million abortions every year. There are
Okay.
twice as many people that want to adopt than discarded children every single year. Now I have to go back to a fundamental question though,
Okay.
which I think is very important. Human development objectively begins at conception. You say it's around 2 trimesters. Can we agree that every human being, once your DNA is formed, you should have the right to life, the right to live the life the way you want to live it? Can we agree on that?
How many weeks are we saying?
No, I say again. Once we
So
can
like
acknowledge.
once the sperm is inside the egg?
Correct. Yeah. 'cause-
No.
Well,
Once the sperm
okay.
is inside the egg in the first like couple of days? No.
Well, okay, but let's go through that. Isn't that when your DNA was formed?
Yeah.
But then, aren't you fundamentally at its core? You are the DNA is your blueprint for your life. That's who you are. It's a unique marker.
It's my DNA, yeah.
Yes. So if it's not your DNA, why is it your choice?
Why is it my choice?
Yes. If it's not your DNA, why do you have a choice to eliminate it? I don't
It's
have.
up to the individual that is having them inside of it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
their
So-
body. I don't care if it is like a few weeks because that is not a human
Got it.
being's
So
life yet. Because
outside
that,
of rape-
that
let-
individual
let's
cannot
go-
survive
got it.
without the mother or who
Oh,
is
okay.
ever
Well,
pregnant.
let's-
Therefore,
Again, so let's get down to this because I think it's very important and a good way to end this question, which is outside of rape, how did the woman get pregnant?
outside of rape, so we're not going to be talking about
Well,
incest or other individuals like
rape
that,
and-
because incest
again.
is not only just
So,
rape
hold
or
on.
other situations.
How about I
or
say?
let's talk
how
about
if
how
I
like eggs
say?
that get mixed up in
How about
clinics.
if I
How
say?
about that?
How about if I say I'm okay with abortion for rape, incest, and life of the mother? Let's make it illegal in the other circumstances. Would you
How
agree?
are we going to be able to term that all the time, though? Because what
well,
if it wasn't consensual? What if the
First of
individual
all-
was drunk,
first of all,
but they're
You
married?
can report
Let's say
rape
they're
as a
married
crime.
and they got
you
raped.
can get a rape. Again, you keep on interrupting me, but you
I
can
am.
report rape as a crime. You can also do a blood test to find out if it's incest. But 99.9% of all abortions are not rape and not incest and not life of the mother. How did that woman get pregnant in those situations? Did she just walk through campus and it just appeared and all of a sudden a baby is in her uterus? Or did she do something to decide to potentially have a child?
Sex, but
Oh,
also
okay.
contraceptives sometimes don't always
Got
work.
it. So, but hold on a second. Shouldn't you take responsibility for your orgasms?
I don't think most men can make me come. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, again, outside of that statement, I'm not even sure how to take that, to be honest.
You brought up orgasms.
Okay. Shouldn't you take responsibility for the sex that you have?
I mean, if I was wanting to have a child and my contraceptives, I didn't use any contraceptives, and I wanted to get pregnant, sure, I'm taking responsibility for that life because I wanted that life. But let's say I was having sex and my contraceptives didn't work, and I got the chance of getting pregnant. I am not having that child.
You still have sex.
So, but you still decided to have sex.
Yeah.
And again,
Knowing
our
you're gonna be
opinion, when you
So,
go and
okay.
decide, having sex is not something you need to survive. It's not like showering or eating or shelter. You can live without having sex. You can have a little bit of self-control. If you decide to go have sex, you should understand you play certain games, you win certain prizes, which might be another human life. And it is the
I don't want
most...
to f up another child, though.
Hold on a second. Then don't go have sex.
No.
Oh, so you understand how narcissistic that is, that I want to keep on having fun, and if I have a human being and oopsie daisy, I'm going to eliminate that other human being because I don't want to have the human being, but I want to keep on having free sex. How is that not the most narcissistic worldview that one can possibly espouse?
It's narcissistic that I want to have sex with another consenting individual just because I don't want to have children. I feel like a lot of people in the world have sex. I think a lot of people make money off of having sex, and they don't want to have children. I feel like it is something that everybody do. A lot of people have sex just for pleasure.
Just because a lot of people do it does not make it right, number one. Number two, again, fundamentally, your view is I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and
I have a question.
If it creates another human being, so be it. Sure.
Do you have sex just to have a baby every single time then? Or are you
Well,
doing it for pleasure?
I am married and we have 2 kids.
Yeah,
so we're pretty
but
good at
are
it.
you
so,
having?
like,
I'm assuming that you have had sex more than twice in your life,
again,
not
I'm
just
not
to
gonna
have
like
the babies.
give you an inside look into my sex life, but
But you're doing it for pleasure, not just to have kids.
Well, again, we actually always do it with God's trust that if we get kids, it's a blessing, okay? And we do it in the marital context. Again,
You also are in a position where you can afford to have children. You
well,
are in a position
again,
where you
so
are not the lower class.
How about this? How about we have the maturity and the sophistication? Again, you keep on using words children and baby. Let me ask you a question. When someone is celebrating a pregnancy, do they call it a clump of cell shower or a baby shower?
That's also when it's already been past those weeks.
Oh, so it magically gets pixie dust. You're a human being now.
No, because it develops.
Oh, exactly, because it's all around the spectrum of human development, and human development starts at conception.
Yeah, is it going to be completely developed at the first week? No. So
You're not
it's
completely
still-
developed right now. A lot of people
I'm
aren't
not gonna be
completely developed. I mean,
You're never gonna be
but I
completely
mean that.
developed.
It's like you are not completely developed at age 30 or 40. The spectrum of human development keeps on going when you go deep and deep into your life. The question is the most important question: when does that journey begin? That journey begin. Like, when did your process of development begin?
My process of development?
Yes. Yeah. At conception. Every person in this audience, your life started at conception. And your own DNA, from your eye color to your hair color to your height, from your likes and your dislikes, whether you're an introvert, you're an extrovert, all of that was coded into your deoxyribonucleic acid at the moment that you were a zygote. And so that human deserves constitutional and human rights. And again, you came up here with the accusation saying, I am here taking away people's rights.
You are.
Again, so
You are affecting LGBT rights
right,
and
so
abortion rights. You are affecting individuals that can't always speak for themselves.
Got it. So again, I think we have gone through this plenty of times. I want to get to the next question.
Okay.
But maybe we can get to some.
I'll burn it.
You'll burn it. Okay. Maybe we can get to some approximation of an agreement. Can we agree?
No.
Oh. Can we agree on? I will pray for you this Holy Week. Thank you for your time.
Please don't ever pray for me.
All right. Very lively campus here at Boise State. Oh my God, I love it. It's good stuff. Disagreements can go to the front of the line, or whomever wants. Yeah, anyone? We got some other?